Now, I'm going to say something radical. I'm going to say something unusual. I'm going to say something that perhaps even for most of you out there is unheard of. And it has to do with the main purpose of your relationship or relationships in general, especially romantic, emotionally based relationships. The main purpose of a relationship has nothing to do with two people spending time together, believe it or not. It's not contingent upon, and the purpose is not contingent upon two people spending time together. Because you know how it is when you first get into a relationship, you can't get enough of each other. You always want to be around each other. You're with each other all the time. Every waking hour, you're talking to each other, especially these days with social media and text messaging. You're always in constant contact with one another. But do you know that could actually be more destructive to a relationship than beneficial? Let me explain. You see, when you spend a lot of time together with each other, it's good in a way in the sense that you start to get to know one another. You start to share ideas. You start to share your commonalities. You start to discover each other in ways that perhaps you wouldn't if you spent no time together, of course. But the problem with that is when you're spending a lot of time together, you miss out on other things that you need to take care of that actually take care of and fortify and solidify the relationship. That's why the main purpose of your relationship is not to spend time together. The main purpose of the relationship is to build it into something that can support the two of you emotionally, and that can even support the two of you materially and financially and in other ways. For example, I've been in this situation before where I've been in a relationship and a woman would say to me, you just don't spend enough time with me. You're always working. You're always doing this and that. So then I'll scale back what I do at work to spend more time with her. But as soon as something happens, like bills don't get paid on time, or we don't have money to do other things that we could normally do together because I haven't made any money, or maybe she's not making enough money, now that becomes a problem. And see, in this sense, what has happened is we've lost sight of what the real purpose of a relationship is. And one of the real purposes of a relationship is to maintain balance between couples. So what that means is that we're out to actually build the relationship. And by building the relationship, that means putting the effort into it that makes the relationship strong. Not just spending time together. It means doing the things that we need to do so that when we do spend time together, we can actually maximize on the quality of that time. So it becomes an issue of not so much how much time we spend together, but how we spend time together. Because the real priorities is to make sure that the relationship is a place that we both want to be in. Make sure that relationship is someplace that's going to be enjoyable and it's going to be fun. And it's not enjoyable and fun when you're not taking care of all the other things in life, because we're spending so much time with each other all the time instead of going out and working, instead of going out and even nurturing outside relationships that are healthy for our internal relationships. Relationships with family, relationships with friends. You know how some people are when they initially get into a relationship? First thing they do is they cut off all their family and friends. It happens especially with women. And women are especially guilty of that. Sorry, ladies, but it's the truth. So when we actually give a balanced view of what a relationship really is, we find out that the real purpose, again, is to make sure that the relationship is solid. Make sure that the relationship has a lot of virtue. Make sure that the relationship has strength. For that to happen, we have to take care of all of the other things that feed our relationships, right? And that doesn't have anything to do with how much time we spend together, but has everything to do with how we spend time together. So I'm telling you this because a lot of people seem to have this misconception that when you're in a relationship, the only thing that matters is what you guys do together. No, as a matter of fact, what matters more is the things that you guys do apart from one another that help the two of you to maintain a strong and healthy relationship. So you keep your work hours healthy. You keep your friendships healthy with outside people. You have your own purpose in life that you facilitate. You have hobbies and everything and other things that don't necessarily have anything to do with the two of you being together. Of course, you prioritize being with your mate. Of course you do. But it's not so much prioritizing the amount of hours you spend together, but prioritizing the type of quality that you pack into those hours. Well, anyway, my name is Dave Thomas III. I'm from Faked Out by Love. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment on this video, and hit the notification bell down there. That way you're going to find out every single time I upload a fresh vid, which is quite frequently. Look forward to talking to y'all again.